What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scare Soldier back with another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the brand new VLADOF sniper called the Septimator Prime. The Septimator Prime is a DLC 4 drop, and it is a very nice looking weapon to start off with. You have that red and black camo, you have the RPG at the bottom if you see at the base of the barrel, so this gun is very aesthetically pleasing. So looking at the base stats real quick, we have 18,000 damage. It can also come in at ×2 the weapon, and by the way, the element can only come in fire. So because it can come in at ×2, it means that it's going to consume ammo very fast, especially that it's a fully automatic sniper rifle, and the mag size is kind of low as well. So the reload time is also kind of slow on the weapon, as well as the handling being horrible. But other than that, we're going to see how this gun plays out. So we do have a legendary effect of the weapon when you shoot enemies, which we're going to also see in some gameplay. And we're going to be using this sniper rifle on Zane. So it's good because we are going to see if this gun is actually good without a crazy anointment on it. Because normally we want Sentinel Cryo as our anointment for Zane, but we have consecutive hits. So we're going to see if this gun is actually good without a crazy anointment. So we have the fully automatic mode right over here, guys, and you see that it pretty much has a lot of recoil because the handling is not the best, but that's pretty much that. And here is the rocket launcher mode, guys. So we have RPG setup. You have one shot and then you got to recharge it, but then here you go. And then that's the RPG mode. So we're going to be looking at both of the modes as well as the damage of this weapon, and we're also going to be showing you where to farm the gun. So I'm going to see you guys over there. Okay, guys, so in order to farm the weapon, you're going to have to go over to the DLC number 4 at Castle Crimson, and you're going to want to go to the waypoint called the Walls. Now, we're going to show you by foot how you guys can get there. So right away, you see that big open door right there. You're going to hit a hard left, and you're going to make your way around this little castle where you're going to make that little booster jump over to the next side. And we're using Zane because he's extremely fast, making it very quick to get there. And also, if you want, you can have a snowdrift for some of the other characters. Now, you want to make sure you guys have some strong weapons as well, because these enemies are a little bit strong and have a lot of health. So just make sure you want to kill them as fast as possible for the farm, because the dedicated drops are not the best. So you're going to have to be killing these guys over and over again. I think it took me about 5 kills to get one of the snipers. So that's kind of the drops around there, 5-6 times to get one of the snipers. But anyways, we're going to kill Evil Mordecai for you, and Evil Mordecai is going to be dropping us a sniper. Alright, so we almost killed Brick. We have to kill Mordecai because he's the one who's going to be dropping us the sniper. And we're going to see if we actually get lucky enough to get one with a decent anointment right over here. And there we go. So, oh, he dropped a couple legendaries. I think we have one actually right on the right side. There we go, guys. We got the sniper. So we're going to go ahead and test this bad boy out. Now, let's go ahead and check out the gameplay. So, we are using the beautiful VLADOF Septimator Prime, and of course this gun is kind of cool because if you notice, just pay attention, you're going to see some meteoroids coming out of the sky when you deal damage to the enemies. So that's the other legendary effect of this weapon. Now, what I noticed with those meteoroids from this legendary weapon is that they don't do a ton of damage, and they're kind of random. They don't home onto the enemy, so they may hit around the enemy or actually not even hit the enemy at all. So that's one of the downsides of that legendary effect, is that it's not consistent. Also, this weapon's rocket launcher mode we're going to be seeing in a second in some more footage, but so far the regular automatic mode is not too bad. It's all right. The recoil so far though is a little bit hard to deal with sometimes, so just make sure you're good with recoil. So we're going to be using the RPG mode right here. And hey, not too bad. And you saw those meteoroids come out of the sky at the same time. So kind of cool actually how that works. It's too bad that you have to keep recharging it. It takes a little bit of time to recharge. And we're going to test that out one more time on maybe a stronger enemy here. So we got one right here. Yeah, that barely hit him. Okay. Moving on, we're going to see if this gun can absolutely destroy Grave Ward. I remember that the Lyunda was amazing for Grave Ward, so let's go ahead and check it out. Keep in mind, I also have my clone shooting this weapon at the same time as Grave Ward, so kind of like we're doing double damage. Actually, the clone does more damage than we do. But obviously, this thing is not destroying Grave Ward, but it is doing some damage. Of course, we're using consecutive hits, which isn't optimal on Zane either, but so far, not too bad. The rocket launcher mode obviously did nothing against Grave Ward, so yeah, scrap that idea. Alright guys, so we're also going to try this gun out a little more on Athena's, and we're also going to see if it's good on the clone. But going back to the gun, it does come in a ×1 or a ×2 format, and also it only comes in the fire element. So again, you're just going to make sure you have maybe an extra element on the weapon so you can add different elements to the gun, because if you do plan on using the prime all the time, then you're going to be having to adjust, because there are enemies with armor and also with shields, and fire is not going to cut it versus those two all the time. If you want to optimize the damage, you definitely want to make sure you elemental match as much as possible. Now, the anointments I would recommend you guys use on the weapon is going to be clearly things like next to mags is going to be good on a character like Flak. Anything that actually gives you things like more damage, like Sentinel Cryo, is also really good. Something for most, like maybe action skill and next to mags, giving you 125% bonus incendiary damage. Things like that are all going to be good for this weapon. Now, also, you're going to want to have maybe a class mod that gives you sniper rifle damage, VLADOF damage, or weapon critical hit damage. That's going to be some of the better rules to have on your class mod. And I definitely recommend that you guys don't really use the RPG mode that much, because it's really not that good, unfortunately. But other than that, the gun has potential. I want to know what you guys think about the weapon overall. What was your experience like? Did you guys have a crazy build with it? Because from my experience, I'm not that impressed by the weapon. It's not absolutely insane, but maybe you guys have a better setup than I do. So I'm really curious to know what your experience is. So let me know down in the comment section, and I'll get to you in the next one. It's your boy Scare Soldier signing out. Peace.